What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, it's Toxic Ozone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Medal of Honor Warfighter. This is more like episode 1 because the first episode I really spoke about what I thought about the reviews the game got, and that was pretty much it and where my channel was going to go. So this really is episode 1, but it's going to have to technically be called episode 2. What I'm doing in this little series is I'm playing each class, and I'm going to show you some gameplay from each class. That's going to be Assault, Sniper, Demolitions, Heavy Gunner, Spec Ops and Point Man. And yeah, so we're starting with the Assault class. In the moment I'm using the M4V1 and I'm using the red dot scope. There's no red dot sight unfortunately, but this isn't really much of a scope. It doesn't aim, it doesn't zoom in much. So yeah, it's really more of a sight than a scope, but you've got to call it a scope because that's what it's called. I love this little bit here. I knew there was a sniper up there, so I was trying to flank him. And look at this, I finally get him. Grenade through the window, boom, dead. 2 of them. And I get my first support action, and that brings us actually to support actions that the Assault class gets. If you don't know much about Medal of Honor Warfighter, what happens is each class gets a unique support chain. These are unchangeable. Like in Call of Duty, you can customize them to your playstyle and to what you want to use. In Medal of Honor Warfighter, you can't do that. What your kill streaks get or support actions is what you have basically. You keep them. And the kill streaks for the Assault class are as follows. You've got 2 different sets of support chains. You've got mortar and you've got offensive and defensive. I'm going to read you out all of the. No, what I'll do is I'll read you out them in different sections. I'm not too sure how many kills it requires. I think the first one's like 3 kills because I got it quite early, quite there. Not too sure. It may just be score wise. But the first one you get would be a mortar and smoke shield. The mortar and smoke shield are pretty much exactly the same thing, except for the mortar does damage and smoke shield puts down smoke shield, obviously. So really, this is situational. The mortar does pretty decent damage if you can get into a position where you can call it in and take out a couple. It's definitely worth using it, but I mean it's all dependent on what situation you're in at the time. If you're playing team deathmatch, then you may as well just use the mortar unless you're being pinned down and you're one of those people that don't like getting deaths. I don't care about getting deaths. As long as I can get a positive kill death ratio and a decent positive kill death ratio, I'm not too bothered about dying. But we'll think about that when it comes to Black Ops 2, when I'm about to get my final kill streak and I get killed by some camper. Then I won't be so forgiving on dying. But yeah, so really the first one, they're all situational, but the first one is, in my opinion, more situational, because if you're trying to attack an area, you could always call in a mortar strike on the area, bring them down, take out anyone that's there, if there's anyone there. I mean, if it's going to hit them, it's probably going to kill them. The chances of them surviving, unless they're in cover and decent cover, then you're going to kill them. But if you're defending and you're being attacked, or you're being pinned into a corner and you want to get out, then I would call in the smoke shield just to give for that bit of cover so you can extract. The second one you get is guided missile as offensive, and fire team replenish as defensive. As you can imagine, guided missile is similar to the Predator missile in Call of Duty. And before anyone complains, I'm not comparing this game to Call of Duty. It's a completely different game, but it's the only way I can really explain certain things within the game, especially this guided missile. It's similar to the Predator missile. It's like a Predator missile mixed with a mortar round. What happens is you have the same, or what looks like the same instrument, or whatever you want to call it, to call in the guided missile. So you aim where you want to call it in, so you've got to be out of cover to do that, so you're risking yourself being shot there. So you aim where you want it to come in, and then you press the right trigger or right button or whatever it is to shoot on PlayStation, and it will automatically start bringing in this guided missile. Now there's a little delay in between the time of you calling it in and you actually getting to take over in it. I think it's something like 2-3 seconds. And if you die whilst you're in control of it, then you lose it. It will still hit the ground, but you can't control it anymore. My only major problem with the guided missile is not the fact that you lose it. I think that's absolutely amazing. Let's face it, if you were out on a real battlefield and you called in an airstrike or whatever, or you were controlling some drone above a terrorist compound or whatever and you get shot, you're no longer going to be able to control that drone, are you? So I've got no problem now whatsoever. My only problem with that is how slow it is to control. You're supposed to be able to control it around so you can aim it down. And is this it here? Here's one here for a perfect example. Look how slow it is. I mean, I was trying to pull down, but I couldn't get down in time. I saw him, so I thought I may as well take him out. So maybe they need to up the sensitivity, or maybe that's the sensitivity on my controller, but I know my controller sensitivity is actually quite high, so more likely going to be a problem or a issue with the actual guided missile. Fire team replenishes, as you can imagine. You basically just replenish your fire team's ammo and grenades. I'm not sure if it does health. I wouldn't imagine it did. I'm pretty sure it's just going to do grenades, you know, for grenade launchers, hand grenades, flashbangs, or whatever your fire team would be using. So, yeah, out of those two, I'm a little bit of a I'd much rather go offensive than defensive, so I would use a guided missile. But I mean, all dependent on, you know, if your fire team, if you're working in a team like I was here, I was playing with my friend here, and if you're working in a team then and you need ammo, then obviously you're going to call in fire team replenish. The next one is Cluster Bomb and RQ-7 Shadow. Cluster Bomb is similar to the Mortar Strike, except it brings down loads in one area. Rather than the Mortar Strike bringing down one, and spread around, the Mortar Strike, the Cluster Bomb brings down a bomb just full of little mini bombs, and it's all in a tight, compact area. So I mean, if someone's camping in like a little house with a broken roof or whatever, you could call it in right on there, wipe them out. Really good kill streak, that is. The other one, the defensive one, is the RQ-7 Shadow. Now, I've never used this personally, but I believe this is a UAV. I may be wrong. If I am wrong, do let me know in the comments, but I believe that is a UAV. And what happens with that is, look at this, watch this, you can see this now. This is one major problem. Is it here? Maybe. Yeah, well, anyway, in a minute you're going to see a camper up on this door behind me, this building behind me. But yeah, the RQ-7 Shadow, I love the way UAVs work in this game. This was lucky. I keep getting off track. Anyway, yeah, I love the way how UAVs work in this game. Rather than just call it in and it just flies in, you actually got like a airplane in your hand and you've got to throw it. And it doesn't cover the entire map, it just covers a certain area. So I really do like the UAVs in this game and the way they're designed, and you can actually kill people with UAVs, and I'm going to try and get you a clip of that. I did kill a couple of people, but I forgot I never had my PVR running. Basically what happens is you get the UAV in your hand, and you run up to someone and you just aim at them when you throw it. You lose the UAV, but you get to kill someone with the UAV, and that's a lot more enjoyable. And finally, the last one is Apache Pilot, both offensive and defensive. This is absolutely brilliant. It takes both you and your fire team partner into it, so you both can control the guns, and it's an absolute animal. Providing it doesn't get shot down too quick. This sucked. I forgot I had my gun on semi-auto because I was trying to take out a sniper. That's another thing I'm going to get into in a sec, but comes to the end of the video. I'll finish this next time then, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and a sub, and I will speak to you soon.